This is Unit 4, Lesson 4. So as usual, you're looking for the tasks for U4L4 under assignments or on the weekly calendar. Today's date is the 12th of January. We'll start off with our usual pair and share. Going to throw the question in the chat right now. Okay, question for today is, if you had 25 hours a day, how would you use your extra time? So in other words, if you had an extra hour, and this could be at any time of day, it could be night, could be morning, could be afternoon, but if you just had an extra hour to dedicate to something special for you, right? Something that you wish you had more time for, right? So be creative with this. What's something that you feel like you don't get to do each day that you would like to do more of or dedicate more time to? That's what this question's getting at, right? If you had that extra hour, how would you spend it? So think about that for 20 seconds. Everybody, good to hear. Next on the docket is homework review. The main thing was just making sure you completed the classwork from our previous meeting, which was specifically it was the ed puzzle on the circulatory system and the drawing. And then there was the notes and reflection, looking at the quiz, the homework reading reflections, looking great, seeing 13 attempts, almost 100% on each question. I'm hoping that was somewhat helpful to kind of have a second reading on the circulatory system with some more visuals from an actual biology book. Any questions or comments on those homework assignments? All right, then our goal today is to do a little laboratory activity relating to the circulatory system, specifically feeling your pulse and seeing how your heart does. But before we get to that, let's just play a short little Kahoot all about the circulatory system and see what you know, just for fun. All right, so log on to kahoot.it, or if you've got the app, open that up, and the game pin is 597-5752. And as usual, please use your name or something close to it so we know who everybody is. All right, that looks like everybody. This will just be 10 questions. What is the function of the circulatory system? Very good. Everyone got that it is indeed a system of blood vessels that circulates blood around the body. Okay, Daniela in the lead. What are the three essential components of the circulatory system? 3 essential components. Very good. The heart, the blood, and the blood vessels. Seems simple when you summarize it like that. Okay, Noah in the lead. Is blood a tissue? I don't know if this was covered in our readings or lecture, but yes, so very torn. The correct answer is actually yes. Tissue is technically a collection of cells. Blood is a collection of cells working together, so it qualifies as a tissue. Not necessarily an organ, though. What are blood vessels? All right, very good. Yes, as pictured, it is the tubular structure that carry blood throughout the tissues. It's like the little highways for your blood cells. Okay, what is the heart? How would you define the heart? Very good. Almost everybody got it. It is a hollow muscular organ located behind the sternum. What's interesting is the triangular red option, the part of the body that possesses emotions. Before anatomy was well understood, a lot of people used to think emotions came from your heart, not from the brain. Okay, more than halfway through. Noah's still in the lead. How long would your blood vessels be if you laid them out in a straight line? All right, two people got it. Yeah, 96,000 kilometers. I would have just gone with the highest number because you do actually have a lot of blood vessels. You would also be dead if you laid all your blood vessels out in a straight line. All right, Noah's still in the lead. Camille catching up. How much blood does the human body hold? Wow. All right. Nobody got it. 5.5 liters. The way I often think about this, again, I know this probably wasn't covered, so a lot of you are guessing, but it is about 5 or 6 Nalgene's worth of blood that are in your body, which I know it doesn't seem like a lot, but it's what it takes to circulate things around. What is the difference between arteries and veins? The difference between arteries and veins. Very good. Arteries take blood away from the heart, very high pressure, and veins take blood back towards the heart. All right, Ronan in the lead now. Second to last question. Why does the human heart have 4 chambers? Why 4 chambers? Very good. Most of you got it. The heart has a double circulation system, right? So blood travels to the heart twice in its full path around the body. So you need 2 atria and 2 ventricles. Okay, Noah back in the lead. Last question. What is the difference between red and white blood cells? Nice, everybody got it. Red blood cells carry oxygen and other nutrients and waste. White blood cells fight infection. Okay, let's see who came out on top. Oh. Nicely done, Camille. Okay, Camille, Noah, and Ronan with Daniela and Tristan, top 5. Way to go. Nice. That was one of the more exciting hoots I've done. You guys were really battling it out for the lead there. All right, any questions or comments on that? I know a lot of that was kind of guesswork, I think, for some of it, but okay. Then the next thing I want to direct you to really quickly is just a link that you're welcome to explore on your own. But right below the Kahoot on step number 4, there's a link to what's called the visible body of the circulatory system. This is just a great website. You do hit a paywall eventually that you need to like subscribe to view things. But they have some great images of the circulatory system and they break it down into different parts, right? So here's the function of the blood and kind of cool that, you know, you click on this, it takes you to a, they have different cool like 3D animations. So here's a blood vessel. And it really kind of shows the different layers that are present. You can click and drag it around. So kind of cool to see how thick the walls of blood vessels are, specifically arteries and veins. yet they can expand as blood moves through them. I think you can kind of zoom in. So they're the platelets, which allow you to heal and that sort of thing. So cool detail there. And anyway, lots of information about blood and plasma and how all that works. And I honestly didn't explore past that. I'm curious to see what they have on the heart or where this takes you if you click on chambers of the heart and valves. Oh wow, look at that. There's a whole heart you can look at. That's pretty cool. So, ooh. Again, doesn't look anything like the cartoon hearts you usually see, but those white structures there, those are the valves. And you can see over here, this is called the tricuspid valve because there's 3 parts to it. And over here on the other side is the bicuspid valve. And then here you can see the other ones up there. Again, the whole point of the valves is to make sure that pressure can build up, but also that blood doesn't flow backwards. Heart's a pretty amazing thing. That's really cool to be able to look at. You can find some pretty crazy like animations too, showing you a beating heart, which always looks a little weird. And then yeah, I like this. Here's the different arteries and veins and capillaries. Wonder what they have a diagram of here. Very similar to the one we were looking at earlier. Kind of just showing the layers. Anyway, so feel free to check that out on your own if you want. I think some of that's pretty interesting. But what we're going to dedicate most of our class time to right now is the last step there, sensing circulation. So this is a laboratory activity. Just click on that. It's going to take you to a Canvas quiz that looks like this. And so just please very carefully read the instructions each step, and then there's going to be a series of questions you need to answer and some data you need to collect. And then you're going to be graphing the data you collect using a template Google Sheet, which again, you just need to make a copy of and then share to submit it. So I'll be here listening if you have questions or if you're not sure what to do. It is going to involve getting up and doing a little bit of exercise. So just make sure you have a clear open space for that. You're also going to need a timer, so you can use your phone or anything like that. And you also need a calculator, which you also have on your phone. So I'm going to go ahead and time for 30 minutes, but I'll keep track of your progress on Canvas too. And if it looks like a lot of people are getting done, then we'll come back together to review. But 30 minutes to work on the sensing circulation lab activity. Let me know if you need help.